Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. One very common creationist claim made to try to cast doubt and dispersion upon evolution is the claim that Darwin was racist, which is true. Darwin grew up with the prevailing racist attitudes that defined 19th century Christianity. Darwin was born in a society where an Englishman could go into any house in Ireland, kill an Irishman, announce his name, write it down, declare publicly that he had killed an Irishman, go back to England, and there was no consequence whatsoever. And yet, at the same time, if a relative of that Irishman, that dead Irishman, dared to complain to the British authorities, oh, the full weight of the British legal system would come crashing down on him. And the same was true for Welshmen and for pretty much anybody. England was an incredibly racist society. And so it stands to reason that young Charles Darwin, growing up an Englishman, having been influenced by the endemic racism of English Christianity, would, of course, absorb some of it. But what's interesting is that very early on, Darwin started questioning the racism that he was raised with, to the point where he publicly declared that Negroes were fully human, at a time when to say something like this was scandalous. How dare he say something? He must be an anarchist, or perhaps a Mohammedan or a Hindu, or an Irishman in disguise. And in fact, Darwin's ever-growing criticism of the prevailing and endemic racism of his society led to his being accused of a great many things. Yes, an anarchist. Yes, a Hindu or a secret Mohammedan or even a secret Jew. Yes, he was accused of being a secret Jew. And, yes, this was the sort of thing that could get you in big trouble in Victorian England, being accused of not being a Christian. And his criticism of the prevailing racism of English Christian society, of English Protestant Christian society, earned him a great deal of hostility from the mainstream Christians of his neighborhood, his community, and his whole country. Was Darwin racist? Absolutely. But so was everybody else. The difference was Darwin was willing to ask the question, why? What is the justification? And when he realized there was no justification, instead of ignoring the evidence and continuing to adhere to racist ideologies, he started questioning racist ideologies. He questioned the prevailing endemic racism that he was raised in as an English Christian. And that is something to think about. Something that creationists refuse to think about. But of course, they're all racist themselves. The big deal about the Christian fundamentalist creationist movement is that it's all driven by racism and by fear. So when they throw out the accusation, oh, Darwin was a racist, you know they're being hypocrites. Because these are the exact same people who would refuse to allow Jesus to enter their church. And yes, if Jesus set foot on the lawn of their churches, these same creationists would call the police to report a crazed Arab terrorist. Because they're a bunch of racists. Absolutely. The creationist movement is a bunch of racists calling somebody else a racist. Funny how that works, don't you think? Yeah. So while Charles Darwin willingly accepted the fact that people from sub-Saharan Africa are just as fully human as people from Surrey, Suffolk, but not Norfolk, because that's frickin' Norfolk. But Surrey, Suffolk, Kent, and, yes, Devonshire, are all equally fully human. And he even went so far as to agree that the Irish are human, at a time when the Irish were not considered human. And let's be honest, the Irish were not considered fully human until the 1990s in England. I mean, Winston Churchill in the 1940s and Margaret Thatcher in the 1980s both agreed that the Irish are not real people. They are not real human beings. And if they're saying it, what's the rest of England saying? Yeah. And these are people that creationists respect. But what did Hitler have to say about Charles Darwin? Well, he called him a secret Jew and a race traitor. A sworn enemy of the Aryan race. That's what he called him. He didn't respect him. And he certainly didn't accept evolution. What do hardline racists today think of Darwin? Oh, they hate him too. They call him everything from nigger lover to, well, secret Jew still. And every horrible slur in between. But mostly they call him a racist. Because for them, it's not a word that means anything, so much as it's a boogeyman word. And so it's the word that they use to describe everything that they hate and fear. Yeah. But that's how creationism works, isn't it? Yeah. Hypocrisy and bullshit. The endemic properties of the creationist mind.